Alrighty, shalom, shalom. Before I begin this lesson, I want to give all praises to, excuse me, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Quadash. Double honors to my elders and apostles at Great Millstone who rule well and who have taught me this truth. Peace and salutations to the elect out there, scattered wherever you may be. May Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai bless you and your household, and may you continue to endure. All right, 1 second. So, shalom to you, Akim. All right, on the highways and byways, week in and week out, as Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai commanded us to do. May Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai also bless you and your household. May you continue to endure. All right, shalom to you, Israelite foreigners. All right, who don't look like your typical Israelite, but your lineage does go back to you being from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Okay, may Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai also bless you and your household, and may you continue to endure. All right, it's your brother Debakia from the Sons of Yasharallah, GMS Colorado Springs Camp, coming to you again with another live lesson. I pray that you are edified, because that's what this is about, edification and exhortation. A bit under the weather, so please excuse me, but more or less, this work has to be done. This news has to be spread. In fact, I just was currently set up on the highways and byways right here at a place where I usually set up camp, and I'm going in for 40 minutes straight, right? Tell me why my phone X's me out, all right? And it also says it took away my volume, so you couldn't even hear me. All right, we know that that's Satan, but that's not going to stop us. We're going to continue to teach these scriptures in its entirety and in its truth, all right? So Lord's will, after I do this lesson, all right, hit the highways and byways to continue teaching as I was doing prior to me being rudely cut off, all right? Because that's what this truth is about. So I'm in the book of Jeremiah chapter 14, and we're going to begin at verse 11, okay? The book of Jeremiah was written by the prophet Jeremiah, who was also from the tribe of Judah, aka your so-called Negro, all right, your so-called black man, all right? Text of this chapter, and this chapter right here is do not pray for this people, all right? Because we don't need to be praying for you 2/3, all right? And we're gonna prove why we don't need to be praying for you niggas out there not keeping the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of your ability, all right? And who scoff and scorn the Israelites. All right, we're going to get into that. So this is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 14, and verse 11. Then the Lord Yahweh said to me, do not pray for this people, for their good. All right, we don't pray for the good of you fucking people who just want to stay in that black culture shit. All right, in that Latino and Native American culture crap. All right. In fact, we pray that Yahweh Shai destroys you niggas and takes you off of the face of the earth. That's what we're praying for. Or we're not praying for the healing of our nation. All right, we're praying that Yahweh Shai delivers the elect, the 1/3. Okay, that great multitude. That's what we pray for. All right, so no, you got people out there who think you're supposed to be praying for the whole world. And I just proved that that's off. We're not supposed to be praying for the whole world. We're supposed to be praying for the elect and our own salvation. And for Yahweh Shai, right, to destroy this place. Because we're tired. We tired, Lord. Jeremiah chapter 14 and verse 11 again. Then the Lord said to me, do not pray for this people, for their good. Verse 12. When they fast, I will not hear their cry, all right? Because the Lord's not hearing any of you people's cry who aren't a part of the elect and who aren't presenting your bodies as a living sacrifice, okay? Yahweh Shai does not care about you people and you niggas, spicks, and tomahawks who want to stay in that black culture mindset state, all right? And you MAGA fucking jakes, all right? Yahweh Shai is not dealing with you MAGA jakes, all right? This truth is only given to a select few. And we have to be grateful, humble, and happy that Yahweh Shai gave us this information. okay? Because the majority of this world, starting with 2/3 of our own people, are completely bugged out, all right? They don't know what the hell is going on, all right? What they do know what's going on is tomorrow being fucking Christmas Eve, right? And the day after that, so-called Wickedmas, Christmas, all right? Which is essentially the massacre of Christ. And we know his last name isn't Christ, man. It's a Mashiach, which means anointed. So you're celebrating the massacre of the anointed, right? You people are completely bugged out, and Yahweh Shem Shai is not hearing your prayers unless you're part of his elect, right? Do not pray for this people, nor their good. Verse 12, when they fast, I will not hear their cry. When they offer burnt offering and grain offering, I will not accept them. Okay? Yahweh Shem Shai is not going to accept your half-ass sacrifice. Right? 1 foot in the world, 1 foot in the truth. Right? Not sure what you want to do with your life. Just all over the place. Doctrine from doctrine. That's the problem with you jakes out there, man. You have too many doctrines you're jumping from. Right? Find a doctrine that you can stick with. Stop jumping from camp to camp, man. Right? Yahweh Shem Shai is dealing with a small sanctuary. Book of Ezekiel. Right? So, hey, if your family members don't get it, oh well. If the woman you're dealing with doesn't get it, so be it. All right? Because look, women aren't meant to even understand this plethora of information in general. Okay? I've met some of the most demonic women in my life since I've been in this truth. Right? And some of them, the majority of them have been Israelite sisters, man. That's why we call them what? Demons with a head wrap. And Keisha in the world's better than you so-called sisters, which is why we say shalom to you real sincere sisters who are learning in silence, all right? Because the woman is not meant to teach, right? Which is why this place is how it is. You got all type of women in King Devil Nero's Trump and his cabinet, all right, running shit. That's off, man. All right, verse 12 again. When they fast, I will not hear their cry. And when they offer burnt offering and grain offering, I will not accept them, but I will consume them by the sword, by the famine, and by pestilence. This happened during Jeremiah's time when he was in Babylon, right? This is going to happen again in our time, right? Esau, Edom being the physical counterpart of Yahweh Shem Shai's sword is going to slaughter you jakes, man. Right? In a grievous way. Right? In meticulous ways. You gotta watch this devil because he's very crafty. Right? But all praises to Yahweh Shem Shai for revealing these things unto us, giving us this understanding, all right, to put a scope on this devil, all right, the one who the world ignorantly refers to as the white man, all right, and you're not white, devils, you're a different shade of red, you're Edomites, we're Israelites, you're Edomites, right, and that's the information you don't want coming out, which is why you're trying to mass censor the internet, all right, your AI, and etc. You're putting this world